Good morning. Good morning, people of God. Listen, I wanted to pop on real quick to share something with you guys. I was talking with one of my sisters last night, and we were talking about, she was saying how the Lord has been placing it in her heart to just get a firearm, right? Just so, but we were talking about BB guns because she reminded me of my miracle aunt. She was kind of nervous of firearms, and that's how my miracle aunt was. My aunt wasn't nervous of them; she was terrified of them. My miracle aunt was terrified of them. Stop, Daniel. And so she didn't even want to hold. I took her a firearm, and she was like, "Oh Lord." I said, "Well, now, what if somebody was to attack me? You had to help rescue me. What would you do?" She was like, "I look for a bat." But anyway, she reminded me of my miracle aunt. And what I wanted to share is that I'm kind of rusty, but I am a certified firearms instructor, but I'm kind of rusty. You know, when you don't use the knowledge, you lose the knowledge. So if I were to ever teach a course, of course, I got to pull out the books and refresh myself. But as far as using one and handling one, it's been like a hobby for me. It's something that I really love doing. And for years, I would even take folk and teach them how to shoot when I didn't even have a certification. Some of my professors from college and, different things like that. But anyway, if you never get over a fear of something until you try it. When I first held a gun, I was and I shot it, the anticipation of the bang is what made me nervous. You anticipate it. So when you're anticipating it and you're holding it, sometimes you jerk because you're looking for the bang, and that's what makes your shot off. So the only way to technically kind of get over that is to get one and get out there and just hear that bang, bang, bang. And it can actually be very relaxing to go to a nice, decent, peaceful outside range when the sky is beautiful, the weather is nice, and just sit out there and practice your target. However, we know that with the shortages of ammo and then the cost of it, nobody got time to just be wasting bullets going down the range. So in the previous video, if you remember, I showed you some BB guns, which are an alternative way for not only pest control, but also to practice handling your firearm and getting on the target site, to lining up your sights. You can get a BB gun, go right in your backyard and get a target, which I should have brought it in here, but I got some targets that are cut there. When you hit it, it changes color, right? And you can use that in a BB gun. You can use that right in your backyard or someplace you find a place that's that you can do that at, hang your target or nail your target to a tree or something, and you can just sit right there and practice without having to waste expensive ammo. But also, you don't have to have a large firearm. You don't have to purchase something large and bulky. And I want to show you some smaller ones. This is a Ruger 380. Now, if you are nervous about handling a firearm, if you haven't had one, and this holds was it 7 here and 1 here. If you are nervous about handling a firearm, you probably wouldn't want to get anything like this. It has a little laser on the front, but it doesn't have a safety. And so if you don't have a safety, I know some people are uncomfortable with firearms that don't have a safety. So you can they have some similar to this. They're a little larger in size, but they have a safety. I'm not sure if they make one this size with a safety, but this is a small 380. It's easy to conceal. Stop, Mate. Stop. What do you want? She is on her period, and she has been very, very just cranky, bossy. She sleeps a lot. But what do you want? You ain't took your diaper off, right? You got your diaper on? Yeah, she got her diaper on. She got her diaper. Look at her diaper. Come over here. Look at her diaper. Come here. She got her little diaper. Stop, Daniel. And he be trying to take it off. All right, move. What do you want? What do you want? So anyway, that's a small Ruger 380. Very simple to conceal, sleek, light, you know. And then another option is a 22, a small one. They have larger sizes as well, but it's very simple to conceal. And this actually has a safety. This actually has a safety. You see? So this is the safety. Safety's on. You can't pull the trigger, right? Now safety's off. This also has where it will not also fire even if the safety's off when the magazine is not in it. But when you get out and you start shooting, it's gonna take away your anxiety. It's gonna take away your fear, because guns are not a bad thing. It's people, you know. It's the people with the guns. And unfortunately, we live in a society where you have some folk, lawmakers, that will try to make the good suffer with the bad and just take away your rights. But Ukraine is a perfect scenario for us, you know, where the government even had to call on the support and help of their own citizens at the drop of a dime, citizens who they have stripped these rights away from. And not only that, when you strip away folks' rights to folks' God-given rights to exercise their freedoms, to go out and, you know, possess ways of means of arming themselves, you're never going to stop crime. Crime is never going to stop. Criminals are always going to exist until the end of this time. So, you know, that's something that some folk need to think about. But anyway, those are some small options. You don't have to have a large weapon to, you know, to own one. Now, if you want to go out and you want to hunt your own food, then you may need to consider some larger options, you know, depending on what you want to do. I wanted to start a hunting club only for girls, and the reason being is because some of the guys, I got my hunting license and I've been wanting to go for a while, and of course I probably didn't make enough time to really pursue it. But when I was trying to pursue it a while back, some of the guys was like, yeah, you can go. And they were like, oh, well, you know, some of the other guys, that's our time to, you know, get away from the women and all of that. But I met some white girls down in Georgia, one of my clients down there, and those white girls, let me tell y'all, them white girls know how to shoot. They know how they know how to hunt. They know how to butcher their own deer. They process their own meat. And one of my clients, she said, my daddy taught me all. She said, it ain't probably many things that I can't do. She said, my daddy taught me to do almost any kind of thing. She said, honey, she said, we farm. She said, I can drive a tractor. And I was like, what? She said, yeah. She said, you need to come on down here with us. You can go hunting with us anytime. And so they all go hunting. She said they go all year round on regular basis. They have a lot of land down there in Georgia. And not only do they hunt, whatever they catch, they butcher it that same day. They split that meat up. So that is going to be something that I am very interested in doing. And then I would also like to start my own hunting club, but I gotta, you know, make time and put stuff together. I think that would be very cool. Maybe one that's travels, you know, from different state to state, or, you know, different members in different states who can find locations or whatever that are good for that. I think it'll be something exciting. But yeah, so don't be afraid of going out and securing your sword. Even Jesus said, if any man doesn't have a sword, let him sell his cloak and buy one, right? You never know what you'll need it for, even if it's just for pest control, you know. And like this is said, well, I'm going to order a BB gun for now. Hey, that's fine too. That's fine too. BB guns will work. You never know. I used a BB gun to kill that snake that was in my chicken coop. So it's just nothing to be afraid of. It's actually a fun thing, but you got to overcome that fear by just getting out there, putting your hand on the trigger and just pulling it, you know. So yeah, but And then once you get over those, you know, start out with something small, then you might want to go to something larger. Like this is a a revolver. I don't know why, I've always wanted one for years. This is a 22 Magnum. You know, y'all seen them Western movies where they slide out the the magazine. They just spin it. The cylinder. Yeah, so you might want to get something bigger. And then once you start getting with folk that you are meeting up with folk that you enjoy shooting with, you know, you just learn from each other. You learn different dynamics. You learn how to break the weapon down. You learn how to clean the weapon. You learn how to keep it in a safe location, and, you know, keep it secured and different things like that. So it's nothing to be afraid of. Stop, guys. Stop, guys. So anyway, people of God, that's what I wanted to share. Your girl got to get up and go start her day. I got to replace a light bulb on the front porch. I got to replace a light bulb on the back patio. I got to stock up all the chicken feed. And then I heard a squeaking noise on my car. I know I need, my brakes needed to be changed, but they're not too bad. But I heard a squeaking, so I'm going to jack that up and see how the wheel bearing is. I might even show you guys that. So that's all I'm going to be doing. Getting things done around his house, taking care of all these kids. What I'm going to do with all these kids? What I'm going to do with all these kids, man? What I'm going to do with all these kids? Look at her. Lord have mercy. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Know that I love you. You are the light of the world. Don't ever let your light grow dark. Keep shining bright. And we know that the blood of Jesus, Yeshua, is the only blood that has some power. Let's go be great today, people of God.